Really? Really? Ben Hur is directed by Timur Betman-Betov, who has previously directed Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. So yes, people, we are in good hands right here. High hopes for this movie. Really high hopes. And it's actually a remake of the 1959 movie of the same name, which is actually one of my favorite movies of all time. So it was really painful to sit through this adaptation right now. Actually, if you haven't seen the old movie, it has this chariot race, which has one of the best action sequence of all time, a chariot race that inspired George Lucas later to do the pod race in Star Wars Episode 1. So you really should check it out. Anyway, the lead actor in this movie is Jack Huston, the grandson of the legendary director John Huston, and it also has Morgan Freeman. Now, in this movie, Morgan Freeman has dreadlocks. Now, if this doesn't sum up the crap that is this movie, I don't know what does. Just imagine that voice, that accent, with dreadlocks. And it's pure crap. That's this movie. Anyway, the story is of a young Jewish prince named Judah Ben Hur, who has been betrayed and convicted by his brother, and he now has to fight back his way to get revenge on him. So that's the basic plot, and in general, it's the same story as the previous adaptation. That being said, the 1959 movie was almost 4 hours long, and this one is only 2 hours, so they had to cut a lot of it, and it shows. Because the story is actually the low point in this movie. And I mean the low point of this. This is the story of two brothers that are in competition between them, and it's a story about faith and how they should be different and how we should learn to compromise and everything. But there's no way in a 2-hour movie that you can do that when you only take the best moment and best beats from the previous 4 hours movie and you try to piece it all together and hope with shitty editing that it's gonna make a great movie. There's no way it's gonna happen. It's just gonna give you a shitty movie because it's shitty editing with only best pieces that it's not natural, it feels forced. And even the chariot race, this is the biggest point, the highest point of the movie. This is what everything builds up to in both movies. But here it just feels too clean, too sanitized, too CGI. I know it's been done without CGI, but it feels too clean. It doesn't work. And it should be gritty. And that works from the relationship between the brothers through, between every character in this movie. There's no chemistry. Everything feels forced between them. And that's a big issue. There's no way that they can evolve naturally when they only spend 10 minutes together at the beginning of the movie, and then one leave, and suddenly they hate each other, and we are given almost no reasons for it, and that's it. It goes also from, this movie is about faith. It's really an important part of this movie. It's a main theme. And even Jesus is in this movie, and it just feels like he's a plot point moving the movie forward, but he's pointless at the same time. He's there spouting quote from left to right, and it's just like he's there to be the Jesus Christ top 10 quote of all time, and that's his purpose. In the previous movie, his purpose was to give depth to those characters, to the story, but they have no depth at all, so you cannot add anything to them. All in all, this movie wasn't even a disappointment. It was just painfully boring to sit through. And the more I sat through it, the more I got angry, and the more I thought, God, I wish I was home watching your real Ben Hur, the 1959 movie. And I thought, those people should take their $15, go to any place they sell DVDs, pay for the DVD of the original 1959 movie, and watch that instead, because they'd be less miserable. So I would give Ben Hur a D+. Well, thank you guys for watching, and comment below.